Welcome to Eye on the Tigers News. I'm Ashley Clement. Thanks for joining us today for a look at the news we've been following for you. An orphaned 19-year-old with a troubled past and his own AR-15 rifle was charged with 17 accounts of premeditated murder Thursday morning after being questioned for hours by state and federal authorities following the deadliest school shooting in the U.S. in 5 years. 14 wounded survivors were hospitalized as bodies were recovered from inside and around Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School. Nicholas Cruz, still wearing a hospital gown after being treated for labored breathing and weighing in at 5'7" and 131 pounds, was ordered held without bond and booked into jail. His former classmates thought they were having another drill on Wednesday afternoon when a fire alarm sounded, requiring them to file out of their classrooms. This was the 18th school shooting just this year and 290th since 2013. Students and neighbors described the suspect in the deadly rampage at a Florida high school as a troubled teenager who threatened and harassed peers, talked about killing animals, posed with guns and disturbing photos on social media, and bragged about target practice in his backyard with a pellet gun. Cruz had been expelled from the school for disciplinary reasons, Broward County Sheriff Scott Israel said, but he insisted he didn't know the specifics. Math teacher Jim Gard told the Miami Herald that before Wednesday's fatal shooting of 17 people, Cruz may have been identified as a potential threat. Gard believes the school had sent out an email warning teachers that Cruz shouldn't be allowed on campus with a backpack. President Donald Trump broke his silence to explicitly denounce domestic violence in the wake of allegations that a top White House aide has abused 2 former wives. Chief of Staff John Kelly, under fire for mishandling the matter, stayed largely out of sight, his future in doubt, and the White House in tumult. The chaos surrounding the departure of aide Rob Porter put a harsh spotlight on Kelly, the retired general who was brought on last summer to instill military-like discipline in the freewheeling West Wing. Questions persisted about what and when Kelly knew about the abuse allegations against Porter, who resigned as staff secretary last week after the accusations became public. A group of senators reached a bipartisan agreement aimed at balancing Democrats' fight to offer citizenship to young, dreamer immigrants with President Trump's demands for billions to build his coveted border wall with Mexico. Though the compromise was announced Wednesday by 16 senators with centrist views on the issue and was winning support from many Democrats, it faced an uncertain fate. Leaders were trying to schedule votes on that plan and 3 other immigration proposals for Thursday, which they hoped would bring the chamber's showdown over the hot-button issue to a close. While not specifically mentioning the bipartisan pact, Trump urged lawmakers to oppose any plan that doesn't meet his more stringent demands, which includes curbs on legal immigration and the abolition of visa lottery. McDonald's will soon banish cheeseburgers and chocolate milk from its Happy Meal menu in an effort to cut down on the calories, sodium, saturated fat, and sugar that kids consume at its restaurants. Diners can still ask specifically for cheeseburgers or chocolate milk with the kids' meal, but the fast food company said that not listing them will reduce how often they're ordered. Since it removed soda from the Happy Meal menu 4 years ago, orders for it with Happy Meals have fallen 14%, the company said. We've got some spring-like weather on tap today and maybe even into next week. Here's Matt with the forecast.
Do have a bit of spring with us today as high temperatures hit 50 despite cloudy skies and some rain. That rain and snow melt means local flooding could be a problem. The warmer air is short-lived, however, as a cold front comes in tonight, dropping back into the 30s on Friday, or where we should be this time of year. We could see a little snow on Friday, but nothing more than an inch. Much the same for Saturday, although we should expect a little more sunshine. We continue to warm up a little on Sunday and look forward to next week. Temperatures are solidly in the mid-40s and even 50s by next Tuesday. That's the forecast. Have a good week. I'm Matt.
Mexico indoor track athletes had an exciting night at OCC yesterday at sectionals. Here's Jolie with sports.
Get to talk about all my friends. 7 indoor athletes competed at the sectionals meet last night at OCC. Ashton Areola took 3rd place in the 600-meter run, Katie Belcher was 5th in the long jump, Anna Bigelow 6th place in the 55-meter hurdles, Danny Gowans was 3rd in the 1,000-meter run, Cal Higby in the 1,600-meter run took 1st place, Wyatt Jensen 5th place in the 55 dash and 2nd in the 600-meter run, and Brandy Maines took 1st place in the triple jump. Mexico swimming and diving are favored to repeat as Class B sectional champions today when they head to Nottingham for the postseason meet. The Tigers are coming off another league championship this season. Finally, it was an ideal day for skiing. American Michaela Schifrin celebrated by using a hard-charging final run to win the women's giant slalom. Thursday, it's the first of several Olympic titles she hopes to earn at the Pyeongchang Games. The 22-year-old trailed by 0.20 seconds following her first run, but she powered through a bumpy course on her second run to win by 0.39 seconds. The weather was nearly perfect for racing, with temperatures around 21 degrees Fahrenheit and a light wind. It was a welcome break after the past few days, when 3 of the 4 opening alpine races were postponed because of bad weather. The Syracuse Orange lost to North Carolina State last night, 74-70, and with it lost much of its hopes for an NCAA tournament bid. The Orange struggled defensively to contain NC State's 3-point shooters. Syracuse was led by O'Shea Brissett's 25 points. ISU heads to Miami on Saturday. That's a quick look at sports. I'm Jolie. Have a great week.
Only 6 school days left until the French Club semifinal takes place. Tickets will be on sale until March 1st. No tickets will be on sale the day of the dance or at the door. And finally, we want to congratulate the top 10 from the class of 2018 as announced today by Mr. Lanigan. Top 10 class of 2018. Number 1, Ashton Areola. Number 2, Angel Newcomb. Number 3, Daniel Scully, Caitlin Belcher, Allison Ruby, Christine Weber, Zachary Rivette, Anthony Yost, Tyler Grosso, and Wyatt Jensen. Of course, we're off next week, so we wish everyone a safe and fun week off. I'm Ashley Clement. We'll see you after the break.